Hey bird dogs, forgive my hair. I'm trying something different and like it didn't turn out how I wanted it to. I think it looks okay, so I hope you do too. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about, well, for one, I apologize again. This should be one of, if not the very last video that's in this format. I'm going to be getting back to the pre-recorded and like actually edited videos very soon. I'm not gonna try to keep pulling your leg with that. I honestly am. It's just been a lot going on, and I've had to take some other priorities into consideration first before the YouTube channel, because of course some things I get paid for, and YouTube I don't get paid for yet. And so yeah, just gotta, I had to keep my priorities straight. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about getting some free leads. And so it's not as, I'm not going to say difficult, because it is difficult. I mean, you're not doing any hard work. Like, it's not physically exhausting or anything. You just have to be very strategic about it. And so taking my experience from social media as far as getting more people into my group, or like my network or my community or whatever, Bird Dog Real Estate, it applies to pretty much everything. And what I mean by that is, what, like, if you follow Gary Vee, or if you follow like Ty Lopez or whatever, social media is everything. In this day and time, it really is everything, unless you are dealing with older people, like much older people. And even those older people are on social media. But regardless, there's a lot that you can do with social media. And if you utilize it correctly, then you can make a ton. And so if you don't have the money to do anything, let's say you literally don't have the money to do anything, what you can do is, for one, of course, Craigslist exists, but Craigslist is probably fully saturated with wholesalers now. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just when they're not good deals, and that's when it becomes a problem. But one of the strategies that I actually learned is building, for one, my email list, but also for two, how to generate any sort of lead. And so what I've been using to generate leads is, I'm on my phone right now, which is why I'm not looking at the camera. What I've been using to generate leads is Google Forms. And you're probably like, what's Google Forms? Well, Google Forms is like, if you do a survey or you take a quiz, it's in that format, where it's a set of questions, and you answer the questions, whoever answers the questions, and then you're able to go ahead and collect their email or whatever information you ask for. So I'm going to show you an example real quick. This is my sign-up form for the Bird Dog Experts. And it just looks like this. And it has the title, of course, and it has the description of what it is. It just says what the Bird Dog Experts is and like how much it is each month. It's currently $10 a month, and you get 2 videos a week. Well, you get a video a week, you get a live stream, and you get a conference call, and you also get recruiting 2 other investors, which I did 2 of this week, which is pretty cool. One for Brooklyn and one for Chicago. And then it goes on to ask, what's your name, what's your email address, what's your phone number, what is your city and state, and like, do you have any experience, basically any real estate experience, or like you're trying to generate leads and you're trying to be a wholesaler and it wasn't working out, so, or you used to do anything in real estate, used to be like a mortgage broker, is that what it's called? Yeah, loan originator, and either that stuff didn't work for you, or it did work for you and you're trying to do something new. What are your REI goals, and do you have a discount code? And then of course, if you do have the discount code, what is it? And so you're like, how does this help me generate leads for sellers? Well, I have a similar one that I do use for sellers, but I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I'm not like really pushing my wholesaling business right now. I'm focused on some other things, but as far as real estate goes, I'm focusing on the social media aspect of it. Recently, my Instagram page just hit over 1,000 followers, and I was able to generate over I think either 600 or 700 followers in about a month. And so that's impressive, at least for me, because I started from zero, and I didn't have any ads or anything. And so yeah, let me see, is it here? But the thing that I do use for sellers, which I think it did work, it works for my buyers as well. I have one for my buyers, but in order to get access to that, you have to be part of the Bird Dog Experts group. Here's one for sellers. This is sellers form, and with this, I am very, very vague with it. No business name, no contact information, nothing. And the reason for that is because sometimes, depending on where you post stuff like this, if it's like on Craigslist or something, or if you're doing it on Facebook, people don't like it for some reason. And so I just do that to protect myself. Just like how you get a fake phone number for bandit signs, because either the city doesn't like it, or someone calls you and like tries to cuss you out. It's like, take your signs down or whatever. But pretty much the same precaution, just having no way for anyone to contact my actual business. And so it just says, I need to sell my home. That's the title. And it reads, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just, you know, thank you for choosing us to buy your house. Us. Very, very vague information. Their email address, their phone number, their name. And I also get a secondary email if they have one. And then the property address, it collects the street number, the street number, the name, the city, state, the zip code. It asks if the house is vacant, what condition they say the property is in. I do have a scale for that, but anyway, it gives them options of what to choose for the damage in the house, how many beds and baths, the square footage, how fast you need to close, and that's just a range, like I need to close today, or in a week, a couple of weeks, or a month, or whatever. Are you okay with paying closing costs? Your closing costs. Do you owe anything on the property? How much do you owe? Are there any liens or fines? How much are the liens? What's your motivation for selling? Which is important. And could you elaborate on your motivation? And then, how did you hear about us? And I also do a thing for my bird dogs. They bring me a lead, or somebody refers them or whatever. Basically, they just give them their name. It's like tell them that Sue sent you. And if they have a promo code, they just type in Sue. That way I know to pay Sue $100 or give her a $100 Visa gift card. And I just want to go elaborate on motivation. So this is vital, because not only can you use these leads for yourself, but you can also just sell your leads if you're a bird dog, or you don't have the resources to actually get a property under contract, or you're just busy and you don't want to deal with any more contracts or whatever. You can just sell the lead. And when you are given the motivation for selling, and they elaborate on the motivation, okay, for one, they clicked your link, they filled this out, so they're motivated. There's no doubt about it. And so when you have all that information and you sell it to someone, it's extremely valuable, because it's a qualified lead. It's a qualified lead, and you can sell them for however much you want to. But my plan, and if I was to sell them, would be like $25 or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's a free way to generate leads. You could post the link on like Craigslist or Facebook community groups of the areas that you know areas that you know are good for real estate, or really just, regular buy and sell groups. Like, we offer real estate services. If you want to sell your house, click this link. And so it's free, but it takes up a lot of time, because you're going to have to post a lot for you to get like a click a week, one fill out a week. But what is it worth in the end? Well, if you close on that deal as a wholesaler, then you made like probably $5,000 to $10,000 off of it at the very least.